Nick Jonas bolts off the stage, the crowd still buzzing from the energy of the performance. But now, confusion sets in. He holds up the universal timeout hand signal before disappearing backstage. Thousands of fans, who had been singing along moments ago, are left in stunned silence. The lights dim, the music stops, and a strange tension fills the air. People exchange glances, whispering, trying to make sense of it all. Was it a technical issue? Did Nick get injured? Slowly, a murmur spreads through the audience, and the truth starts to emerge. Someone in the crowd aimed a laser pointer directly at Nick Jonas, forcing him to flee the stage. The crowd's excitement turns to concern in an instant. The Jonas Brothers are no strangers to performing in massive arenas packed with screaming fans, but this was different. In the middle of a high-energy set, something so small, a laser pointer, brought the entire show to a halt. Joe and Kevin, equally caught off guard, stop playing. The audience holds their breath. The magnitude of the situation starts to sink in. What would cause Nick to run off stage like that? Was his safety at risk? Let's rewind.
Nick Jonas rushed off the stage during the Jonas Brothers concert in Prague after someone in the crowd reportedly pointed a laser directly at his head.
The night had been perfect up until that moment. The Jonas Brothers were in the middle of their world tour, and the Prague crowd was loving every minute of it. The energy in the O2 arena was palpable, with thousands of fans singing along to every song. Nick, Joe, and Kevin were locked into their performance, giving the audience exactly what they came for, an unforgettable show. But then, without warning, a small red laser beam cut through the air, directed straight at Nick. This wasn't just an annoying distraction. Laser pointers can cause serious harm. Pointed directly at someone's eyes, especially under bright stage lights, they can cause temporary or even permanent damage. For a performer like Nick, whose presence on stage relies on his ability to see and connect with the crowd, this was dangerous. He didn't take any chances and immediately ran off stage, signaling that something was wrong. Live footage here would capture the crowd's reaction, confused faces illuminated by their smartphones as they record, unsure of what's happening. You can almost feel the tension radiating from the screen. Fans start to realize that this wasn't part of the show, and the arena falls into an uneasy silence. The O2 Arena's spokesperson later confirmed the interruption to USA Today, stating, "The Jonas Brothers' performance had to be paused due to the use of a prohibited laser pointer by someone in the audience." This was not just a minor incident. Security teams responded quickly, but the damage had already been done. The show came to a halt, leaving fans worried and wondering if it would continue at all. This incident left many fans questioning, why would someone bring a laser pointer to a concert in the first place? What could possibly motivate someone to endanger a performer in such a reckless way? This wasn't an isolated incident either. Over the past year, there's been a disturbing trend of concert disruptions caused by dangerous objects in the audience. Take, for example, what happened to Green Day just a month earlier in Detroit. During their concert at Comerica Park, a fan flew a drone into the venue, forcing the band to stop playing abruptly. Just like Nick Jonas, Green Day had to rush off stage to ensure their safety. Video screens flashed the message, "Show pause, please, stand by for details." And what had been an exhilarating performance suddenly turned into chaos. The drone operator was later detained, but the damage was done. The atmosphere had shifted, and the performance couldn't go on as planned.
They ran off the stage like something was horribly wrong. Show pause. Oh man, something's up.
Back in Prague, after several tense minutes, the Jonas Brothers returned to the stage. The audience, visibly relieved, cheered as Nick, Joe, and Kevin picked up right where they left off. But there was an undeniable shift in the room. Even though the music resumed, the carefree energy that had been there earlier was now tinged with a sense of vulnerability. The Jonas Brothers, typically seen as untouchable superstars, had just experienced a moment of real danger right in front of their fans. In those few minutes, the brothers were no longer just performers. They were three men on a stage, confronted with the reality that live performances carry real risks. The crowd's cheers signaled relief, but also an understanding. This could have gone very differently. Live footage from this point would show the band's return to the stage. Nick's expression might reveal his determination to keep going, but you could sense that something had changed. There's a seriousness in the air, a shared realization that performers are not invincible. The show continued, and the Jonas Brothers delivered as they always do, but the incident cast a long shadow over the night. It's not just about the Jonas Brothers or this one concert in Prague. Incidents like this are becoming alarmingly common at live shows. From drones to laser pointers to objects being thrown on stage, performers are increasingly facing risks that can turn a fun, high-energy show into a dangerous situation. And while security teams are doing their best to respond quickly, sometimes the damage can happen in the blink of an eye. Nick Jonas's quick reaction, running off stage and signaling for help, was the right move. He prioritized his safety and ensured that the situation was addressed before returning to finish the performance. But this brings up a larger issue. If even world-class performers like the Jonas Brothers and Green Day aren't immune to these risks, what does that mean for the future of live performances? You might be wondering, how could something as small as a laser pointer cause such a big disruption? The answer is simple. Laser pointers, when aimed at someone's eyes, can cause immediate damage, especially in an environment with intense stage lights and large crowds. For Nick Jonas, it wasn't just an inconvenience, it was a threat to his health and his ability to continue performing. This isn't the first time we've seen safety concerns at concerts come to the forefront. Just last year, Billie Eilish had to stop her show to call out concert-goers for unsafe behavior. Ariana Grande faced similar challenges when she paused her performance due to unruly fans in the crowd. The increasing number of incidents like these is concerning, not just for the artists, but also for the fans who attend these shows, expecting a safe and fun experience. Live footage from past incidents paints a clear picture. You'd see moments where artists, in the middle of their set, are forced to stop and address a disruption in the crowd. These moments serve as a stark reminder that even with all the planning and security in the world, there's no way to predict what might happen when thousands of people gather in one place. As the Jonas Brothers continue their world tour, with their final stop in Krakow, Poland, this incident in Prague will undoubtedly stay with them. It serves as a reminder that even in the most controlled environments, things can quickly spiral out of control. For performers, these risks are becoming an unfortunate reality of live shows. In an era where safety is paramount, concert disruptions caused by careless or reckless actions in the audience are forcing both artists and venues to rethink their approach to security. Nick Jonas's reaction during the Prague concert was swift, decisive, and necessary. Running off stage, signaling a timeout, and ensuring the situation was handled showed that the safety of performers is not something to take lightly. But this incident raises a bigger question. What's next? Will artists need to increase security to prevent similar incidents in the future? Will venues need to enforce stricter policies to ensure the safety of their performers? The answer to these questions isn't clear yet, but one thing is certain. Performers are no longer just focused on putting on a great show. They also have to be constantly aware of their own safety while on stage. In the end, moments like these remind us of just how fragile the world of live entertainment can be. A single act, something as seemingly insignificant as a laser pointer, can disrupt an entire performance, creating a ripple of concern that affects everyone in the room. Live footage here would show the final moments of the concert in Prague, with fans cheering and the band taking their bow. But behind those smiles, there's a clear sense of relief. Not just that the show went on, but that something far worse was avoided. Yet, the show must go on. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed. Inside Out.